Hey, welcome back to the GForce channel. I got a small short video for you guys. I say short, probably gonna take me a couple minutes, but I just wanted to show you guys something. So I was taking apart my GForce Arms semi-automatic 12-gauge shotguns, the MKX3. This is the MKX3. All right, so I was taking this apart and following the GForce Arms video of how to take this shotgun apart. This is a 12-gauge shotgun, 3-inch shells. Semi-automatic, so it does have the second sear in it. So there's your first sear. You would fire. I'm gonna go ahead and put my hand in front of this. You would fire, the shotgun would go off, and then the bolt would come back and set it again. There's your reset, and then you would fire again, and that's how the semi-autos would work. This is your ramp right here. This little fork in the front right here. I know you guys can't probably see it very well, but I'm trying to do this on my phone. This right here is part of your disassembly of the shotgun. So you reach into the back of the stock here, you take this 6mm Allen key out, okay, and I used this beast of an extension to get the stupid thing out. Okay, that is just ridiculous. It's an AR-12. All right, put a freaking pin right here, guys. Hello, you're not idiots. There's room for it. I mean, there is nothing there. Put a pin there. Okay, put a pin there. There's no buffer tube in this. Okay, this does not have a buffer tube. There's no buffer tube in this rifle and shotgun. There's nothing. So haul it out. Put a buffer tube, or not buffer tube. Put a pin there for this assembly, please. Thank you. All right, that would really help. Anyhow, so I was taking this apart the other day, and I was having issues, and I finally got it apart. But what happened was I ended up pushing this pin. It was brand new, brand spanking new. I ended up pushing this disassembly pin. So what you're supposed to do is originally grab the bolt, take tension off, and push down on this pin. So this is supposed to be up like this, okay? So you pull on the bolt, and then you push down on this pin right here as you pull back on the bolt, and it's supposed to do that. Well, mine wasn't doing that. It was brand new. It had all that melanite grub crap on it, you know what I mean, from the factory. So what I ended up doing was taking my pin and pushing it. Yeah, let's see. I ended up taking my pin and pushing it out like so, and then I pulled it out like this and turned it and got this to drop. When I did, this little piece right here fell out of the shotgun, and I actually went to GForce Arms YouTube channel and asked them about this piece. But as I'm sitting here studying the shotgun, I realized what it was and what it's for, because this has a little bitty notch. The ramp has a little bitty notch in it to receive this. Here, I'm gonna set this down. It has a little bitty notch in it to receive this piece of plastic right here, okay? And that's what these two springs are for, right here, okay? So that's what these two springs are for, and it goes right into this little notch right here, as you can see. And these two springs just face down towards the ground if you're holding the rifle up or shotgun up. You know, excuse me, I keep saying rifle, but I mean, it's an AR-12. There doesn't seem to be a particular direction that it's supposed to go in there, but you do need to make sure that this is on that, like that. You hear the click, and then you can put your pin back in. And I cleaned it up, so now it does function correctly. It does operate like it's supposed to, back and forth. Now what I'm going to do is pull this ramp back out, and I'm going to take a piece of sandpaper, 2200 grit sandpaper. I'm gonna do a little work on here because I'm having feed problems for the magazines, and I couldn't figure out what was wrong with the magazines. There was nothing wrong with magazines whatsoever, and I thought maybe it was just the factory crap that was on the gun, because that's generally the problem with most firearms, is when you buy them, they're just covered in this factory gunk. They're so gunked up that they just don't want to work. But I realized that if you, it's hard to see it this way, but if you take this around here and you place it in that ramp, it is not a whole lot of extra leeway, and it's got to be just right to feed through. And it's actually catching right here at the top. It's actually catching, like, it's catching, okay? It holds it. Not supposed to do that. It's supposed to be relaxed. And if you look at it from this direction, which we'll show you here in a second, if you look at it from this direction, let's go ahead and pop that back out again and not lose our part. We're gonna put our part in a cup on the side, and a bolt on the side. I'm gonna set this aside, and if you look at it from this direction, you can see that has some slight rounding and nicks and stuff in it, that as this shell hits that ramp and goes up, see it catching right there? This is a brand new firearm, brand new. All right, so yeah, no, we're having problems with feeding the magazine because I went to go load the magazine, had a loaded magazine, and I went to go feed one in and go shoot, and I was having problems right off the top. It wouldn't feed, and so I had to manually push this into the round, this shotgun shell into the cylinder and fire, and every time I had to manually put my thumb inside the bolt, hold the bolt, load one in, press the other round down, let the bolt go in, and fire. Honestly, I didn't expect that much for a $400 shotgun. That's not a $400 shotgun. And I knew that would be some break-in period part problems, but I don't mind doing a little maintenance on my guns. Almost all my guns I do maintenance on. As you can see, this is empty, 1911 chambered in 45. This is the 6-hour 1911 3-inch barrel EMP. I think would be the series of this one. Oh no, this is not EMP, that's Springfield, excuse me. This is 6-hour. This is just a 3-inch 6-hour 45. All right, and I know it's on my hip, but I was playing around with it, you know, testing it out, all that stuff, because I work with my guns, so I carry them around. I see what I like and what I don't like about the guns, and I do slight modifications to them, you know, such as taking it out, cleaning out the slide, getting all that parkerization off the inside of the slide rails here, because what happens is they spray the whole thing, and you enter into problems where it won't slide as smoothly as it could. It could slide so much smoother. I mean, I've got a couple over here that are military issues and combat issues, such as the 5-inch right here. This is a 6.5-inch. But I've done some work to the slide here. This is, again, 45 auto. This is a full-size 1911, okay, that's supposed to be a pretty heavy spring, and honestly, it's not really that heavy. I mean, compared to this Mini, which the Mini would have a heavier spring because it's so short, and it's a lot of force coming back in such a small area. You got to lessen that recoil as much as I can. So I get that, but at the same time, this runs really smooth, really quiet. It's a fun gun to shoot. I mean, did some trigger adjustments. This one has a slightly modified trigger, so you can modify it a little bit with this little Allen key here. You change out some tensions, but I mean, you can change the resets to being very slight resets. I mean, that's all you can do, but it's fine. It's just some work. But anyhow, I just wanted you guys to see that video of what the parts were and what I was doing to this shotgun and the issues I was having as a customer, not as a promoter or as anyone who is paid to work on this shotgun. This is my own shotgun, and I just wanted you guys to see the issues that I was having from factory from this gun. So we're going to do some modifications to it. We're going to take a knife here, well, not this particular knife. We're going to take one of my knives. We're going to go ahead and get rid of that edge there, and we're going to grab a 2200 grit sandpaper, which is right here. Actually, here's some 2 3/4 inch shells that I was having. You can actually see where it was catching on the bolt. It made a big indentation in the shell where it was catching on the bolt and actually crimping the shell. So that was having issues. Yeah. Anyhow, but that's all being said. We're gonna get back to it, and I'm just gonna work on this for a little bit and then put the rifle back together, or shotgun back together. Sorry. And that's how it is. But I just wanted you guys to know that that was the issues that I was running into with my own personal shotgun. So take a grain of salt, work with it. I mean, you guys have questions, I'll do a more in-depth video if I have to. I've got the whole bolt series thing apart in my hand here, so that's what it is. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.